Yes, this morning, as you know, the conference or the panel will be discussing smartphones. And one of the reasons why we discussed this in technology was it's just growing so fast, like everything else technology was, that we felt businesses were at a disadvantage. They really needed to know what phones to use and what applications applied to each phone. And before I introduce the panel, I'm going to give you a quick story because I'm a technology guy. I think I know this stuff, and I had a BlackBerry. And I just had a lot of requests in the last month from clients who said that they wanted their websites, which we also designed, to work on smartphones. So they wanted what we call MODC sites. And I said, okay, so as it happened, I didn't have one with a regular smartphone screen. So I figured, oh, what's the big deal? So I had my AT&T BlackBerry, and I switched over to, I got a great deal from Verizon Wireless on Droid. And I switch over, and I go, well, this is easy. I'll just sync up my Outlook, I'll sync up my mail, it's my mail server. How hard can this be? Well, I was pulling my hair out. I mean, BlackBerry to Droid is such a different animal, you can't believe it. So, out of panic, I called up Wayne Sos, and Wayne said, talk to Dave. So I said, okay. So Dave said, okay, Jim, take a deep breath, we'll get you through this. And it was great. I mean, what would have taken me probably a week with the time that we have, everyone has to spare, I got it done within an hour. So if you do have something like that where you're getting a new smartphone or you're switching, I highly recommend you talk to the Wacom people. Let them come in as a consultant because they did a great job with me. They saved me so much time and money. I now use Canine Mail, which I had no idea what it was. And I figured, how can this be as good as my Outlook? And it's great. It's absolutely great. So without further ado, I'm going to let the panel just introduce themselves, give a little 5-minute idea of what they do, and then we'll start from there.
Hey, Jim, could you get the mic lower just a bit? It's very easy.
Well, I'm not going to be talking after this. So.
It's not important. Probably shut it off.
Yeah, it can't get lower. No.
How's that?
Hi, I'm Dana Gangemi. As Jim mentioned, I'm with Wacom Consulting. We're a telecom expense management firm, and what that means is we go into businesses and find ways to reduce their telecom costs. I'm sure you all know my father, Wayne. Some people are like, oh, Wayne's your dad? Yes, he's my dad. I'm more the cell phone guru of our little team here. Usually when someone calls, like Jim, my dad's like, Dana, what's going on? I can't take all the credit for my cell phone knowledge because I've gained a lot of knowledge through working with all of our clients, and we have a really great managed services for wireless program. So we oversee several different clients' cell phones. So they'll call us if they have a problem with their BlackBerry or their Android, or somebody dropped their phone in a puddle or ran it over with their car. They call us and we handle getting them a new phone, seeing if they're eligible for upgrades, that sort of thing. So that's also a whole big piece of our business that I handle, and that's why I'm sitting up here at the table. And that's it. Take it away.
Okay. My name's Eamon Wall. I'm a patent attorney in Eatontown. I do a lot of work in the telecom industry. I'm a double E by background. I'm here, I guess, as a user of all things. I have a lot of telecom background. I do a lot of work for Alcatel-Lucent. And thank you, Verizon, for buying so much of their stuff as you roll out your 4G systems, which work very well. I'm in San Francisco about once a month. I was there last week. About to saw the Google Chrome book. I'll let you guys all see that later. What I guess my main contribution will be, I've gone through a lot of phones. I'll buy the latest gadget. The day the Thunderbolt came out, I bought it. The day the X came out, the Droid X, I bought it. I dumped it here. So whatever's out, if I can imagine in any way it can help me at all, I'm going to buy it. Time is money, and so I spent significant effort trying to figure out what stuff works, what stuff doesn't, what you need to do to secure yourself. Because I mean, cutting through all the technical crap, ultimately this is a tool for your business. You need to talk to people, say, hello, You need to text if you're dealing with, I text more with my kids now than speak to them, frankly. But ultimately, you need to get to some solution. This can't be a technology fetish. This has to be some reasonable tool that you use to drive your business, to help you to communicate, to do whatever. And I've gone through a lot of permutations as I've done this with both the phones and also laptops. To me, they're kind of the same thing. So I'll share whatever I know about these topics. Some software you really want to put on your phone, because ultimately, I think you got to make sure, A, the phone does what you want, whether it's Droid or BlackBerry or whatever. It's got to do what you want. B, you have to be able to sustain the loss of the phone. You have to be able to take this phone and throw it in the pond and be able to carry on. And C, you have to be able to sustain the loss of the phone to a bad guy. So for me, I'm always worried about if I have confidential information, which I do. I have email, I have this, I have that. I need to be able to wipe this phone remotely. I need to be able to make sure that nobody can get my stuff. There's certain clients I have where I prevent it from going on the phone, but that impedes my business. But you know, for certain clients, they require that. So anyway, that's my focus.
Hi, my name is Bill Sansoni. I'm a partner at the accounting firm Wood Smith & Brown in Red Bank. I guess the focus why I'm here is just to give you a sense as someone who has, you know, a firm that has over 300 employees, you know, what's your policies? What do you have in place? You know, who do you give phones to? Roughly how much is it costing? You know, why do you choose the system and you know, the BlackBerries as opposed to, you know, where people are asking for iPhones or they're asking for Droids or some other type of phone. So why we do what we do and kind of what policies that we set, so that if you want to get a sense, if your group or your company wants to put in some policies, gives you a framework as to what we do and why we do it and why we've chosen some of the, you know, the applications that we have.